Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Tunisian Thievery campaign in Europa Universalis IV. We need more opinion with Catalonia. Apparently I am somehow pirating Catalonia, and they don't like me for it. How on earth can I pirate my vassal? That doesn't make sense. Oh well. We'll start spying on France again soon. At 20 points we need to fabricate our first claim on Venice. It's so important that you catch it at exactly 20, because, again, the game is still bugged and you end up paying 25. It's a minor thing, but it does add up a lot. It's a lot of extra time you end up having to spend. Oh my gosh, it's right there. We can stack wipe it. How or why, I don't know. But we can be there before the end of the month. That is so schmexy. Which means we also get a little bit of combat. We're going to suffer some attrition. I don't care. The stack wipe... 29 infantry regiments, 10 cavalry regiments, and 26 cannon regiments. Granted, he's going to consolidate most of them down, probably right before we arrive. Let's see, we arrive on the 29th. Is he going to consolidate today? He did not, so we're actually going to get credit for stack wiping all of it. Yeah, that's another 19,200 cannons. They be dead. We're suffering 2.9% attrition, well worth the cost, I think. Got a 3-4 general up there now. Not very many cannons, though. It's just all infantry, and we have a huge infantry advantage. I would prefer, though, to have more cannons available for this fight. But if we lose control of Vizcaya, we start getting a ticking war score against us, and I'd rather not have that happen. Let's get started marching up there. Alright, that's done. That's fine and good. We can stick here with... some of the army. That siege will go very quickly. We can start spying on France when? November 21st. Like 3 weeks. Simple terrain map mode shows no river crossing between here and here. Just want confirmation. No river between here and Burgos, yes. Sometimes when there's like a nation border like this, it's, I don't know, I have a hard time seeing the blue line. Like, yes, there's a subtle blue line there, but it's not as bright as these ones, or as big as these ones, which are much clearer. I almost feel like on the terrain map mode, I don't really care too much about anything except for terrain. Like, it shouldn't show nations' borders at all. And he just won the siege. Looks like he got a breach and then he assaulted it. But he's taking the leader with only 5 regiments here. And he's going to let me stack wipe it. My 38 transports just killed 2 galleys. Alright. Supply should be very high, but let's have you double back. Obviously, we've got to take back Vizcaya. Supply in Vizcaya is only 49. We'll just keep the army together, though. 36 infantry with 4 cav. Like, I should probably get rid of some of the sub-infantry, but considering we don't have a full back line, I don't mind having a couple extra infantry, just because they will replace the frontline infantry when the frontline infantry get routed, which is useful. Okay, we lost another fight. We had 75 light ships from Vizcaya. Hold on, we lost, but we didn't actually lose any ships, and we somehow managed to kill a heavy. So the pirate fleet took out a heavy on its fleeing path. Cool. Good job, pirate fleet. I appreciate your efforts. We're losing 40 ducats a month right now. Jeez. It's gonna be expensive freaking war. I'm so glad we went down to level 1 advisors. The forts are really expensive. We gotta turn some of these off. This level 4 fort here, the capital fort. Capital fort I'm never gonna turn off. No, we're at war. But down here, there's just no chance that these forts are going to become exposed. We'll turn most of them off. We'll keep these 2 on just in case anyone marches around from this direction. We'll keep this fort on, obviously, because it's a fort that we need to fight. Killing that army would be pretty easy, and we do have transports right here, so... Let's see, you're the relief stack. You know what? Double back. Why don't you grab the... Alright, this guy is our frontline general. Secondary general, the best general we got is probably this 4-4, who's doing the siege over here. Right now. This guy's a close third. unappoint him. Let's put the worst general there. Let's go after this army here. See if we can get some more score from that battle. That would be nice. And Calabria is now under siege. That is the Mantuan siege. Good. Go dock up over there. That would be a somewhat dangerous fleet. It probably may go after my navy. It's just sitting there right now. Let's see what happens when we get to the Gulf of Gabes. We have won the siege of Bahrain. Cool. We have a free diplomat right now. We're supposed to be spying out France, yet I forgot. Might as well end this war. This army is going to head back to Man now. Unappoint the general. And we should appoint that general, the better general, here. Like I said, we need to spy in France. If I could have just one, I would probably want to take the fort. So let's get our first claim on Naxos. Come back from Venice because it's going to be fast. Start fabricating, or start doing the thing against France again. And for some reason he's marching on 1 stack into my 55 stack. Cool. That's smart. Well, he was thinking about it, then he stopped. Got a 70 spy network strength on him. Please don't catch me again. That would be miserable. There are no other cores here, right? Just Hassa. We don't want to do anything with that. Alright, this diplomat, when he gets home, begins spying on the other guy again. The other guy being Venice. We do have Hills here. 4-4 general versus a 3-4 general. Many, many more troops. I'm fine with this fight. We've taken back the war goal. Good. He's making progress on this thing here. We got a level 2 coastal fort and a hill fort here. Since I know I don't have naval superiority, I think I might be better off... Ugh, attrition. Supply is better in here. We're only suffering 0.1% right now, but I don't like it. That's way too many cannons. See if he, well, we control both sides of the strait, so he can't blockade us, which is good. We should definitely get started on one of these sieges. One of the two. I think Baron has a better defensive position. It's, easier to siege, and it's behind more rivers. Let's just march to Baron. Supply is probably going to be pretty low. 34. Yikes. Alright, I guess we're going to take half. The hills will reduce combat width by 25%, so we're going to be down from 36 down to 27. If I take half the army, we only have 20 in the front row. Let's make sure we have 27 troops in the front. So we want to go down to 23 infantry. Now we're still at a unit size of quite a bit. I guess we could skimp on cannons a little bit. Go down to 10. What does this put us at? 34,000, looks like 35, well, yeah, 35,000 troops. That's close enough, we'll go with that. And this other guy, you can hang out here, starting next month. There's that engagement. Crap, I didn't see him marching and we just took a -3 penalty. We're fighting against a 2-1 general. It's pure infantry right now, and we are attacking in the mountains, so it is narrow. But we definitely need to send the rest of the cannons over. Nice 9. Stack White Mantua. We should recover for a second here. Just get, well... We didn't take very much damage. I think we're ready for another round. Just go ahead and do the fight. So there's the 44,000 troops there. I mean, we're killing a lot more than we're losing right now. 10-1 right now. He did just roll a 9. Numbers are going to be a little bit more even. He's still losing more than we are. Now he's losing way more than we are. we're doing fine attacking into these mountains, which is kind of shocking. But it's because he has no cannons at all. Killed 16,000 at a price of 5. Again, 3-to-1 odds, pretty good. All right, you merge up with your other infantry, or your other cannons, and now we have finally these armies are here. We can bring up some fairly sizable reinforcements with lots of cannons now. I want you to head up to here. Actually, head this way into Valencia. All the coast. And you can march this way. So you're our frontline guy. You are busy. You are not particularly busy. And then you are also not really necessary to be down here. I mean, you're helping move armies a little bit faster. This is the relief stack. You're going to come in up to Murcia. So we can put these other 2 generals here now. So we're concentrating everything into the Iberian Peninsula except for this army here. We did get routed in the center. Perhaps I should have waited a little bit longer. And we got Cav in the front row, in the center, which is kind of weird. Lost 6,000 to kill about 7,000. And it's alright. Level 3 Papal State Fort. That would be easy to siege. We do have 10 cannons available. It's flat terrain. Very small army. I think what we do is we stay in our own land for a moment. We just kind of recover for a bit, and then we'll consider moving on. Take this to save money. I mean, considering we're losing 47 ducats a month now, I mean, we're still so far behind on Diplotech. We have a 14.4% discount right now. It could go as high as 20, but realistically, that's going to save me like 30 dip. I'm just going to take it now to start. I want to start saving the money. I can't lose that much money each month. All right, the French are at high war enthusiasm. They're at 43. Relative strength of the alliance is actually negative now. 177,000 on my side, most of which is mine. We have a little bit less cav, more cannons now. I have 60,000 cannons to the French 24. Stack wiping that army down here was amazing. However, this fort will fall. We know that it will. By the time it does, we need to get an army up to Girona. I'm gonna go ahead and start another siege here as well. $91,000. Excellent. He's suffering a lot of attrition. I like it. Rather than put boats there to make the siege easier, he's just going to try to put more men there. Good plan, man. I like it. And then he just gave up the siege with all of his breached wall bonuses. Are you serious? That's great. We've embarrassed the court. He's not even trying to march around to kill this army or anything. He's just like, well, I don't want to do the siege anymore. The siege is bullshit. He's leaving. He's going to be a baron on the 2nd. I've already mathed this thing out, so we got the right size army here. We just need some more cannons there. This is going to be the battle of the century here. We got a good general there. I think we rally everyone there. And we got Catalonia nearby as well. He'll probably help out. Nope, he backed off. You will be in Ruslan on the 5th. And I can be there on the 4th. But we only have 19 in the front, and these guys are not fully reinforced, so I kind of don't want to do that. Not against the 3-star general. Unfortunately, our recovery rate is only 70% here, because our maneuver value is not very good, and we only have 60% here. So it'll take a little while for these guys to get up to full strength. But if I took the 19 and the 20, we could easily put together enough in the front row. Let's hold off for now, see what he does. Okay, now he's trying to march into Urgel. We got some heading to Urgel on the 16th, and some heading there on the 16th. We can be there on the 12th and on the 17th. With a combat width of 36 cut in half down to 18, we could have 15 full-strength infantry with one that's a little bit weak, and then 2 that are cav. I think we take it. The full-strength general there. We arrive on the 12th versus the 16th. We'll wait the 4 days. I shouldn't have waited 4 days. I should have waited 3 days. I have to force march. Oh well. Let's do it. I'm willing to spend 2 points to guarantee this fight happens. Siege guy is over here right now. Just have a guy there for now. I want to take the siege guy over here. Up to there. Take 1 infantry. Guy with no siege value at all. You need to be over here. This other guy goes here. Combat guy goes there, and you're here ready to reinforce. We know it's faster to reinforce from Barcelona than it is from Urgel, so I don't want these guys to go there just yet. We'll send them to Barcelona. Ottomans just attacked Ragusa. And he's the aggressor. That is apparently Brittany. 99.5 thousand troops. Yeah, that's quite a few. Here's our weak infantry. Oh god, a 7 versus a 0. Ugh. Still, we don't want all of these troops to be there just yet because they will not have... they'll take morale damage even though they're not in combat. So we don't want them to get there until the front line starts to buckle. There we go. 10 versus a 1. That's awesome. A 4 versus a 3. We'll take it. Now it's definitely time to reinforce. In 6 days, our front line is likely to buckle. Current morale is already down to 1. Oh, they're going to buckle before that, aren't they? We should have a secondary leader here just in case. It was the guy with no maneuver, no siege value. May 29th. Can you guys... I sure hope you can hold out for 4 days. I'm kind of concerned now. Okay. Looks like Catalonia just reinforced. We can't lose this fight. Another 5 versus a 0. Ouch. It hurts, man. It burns. 92,000 versus 80. 6 versus a 4. We were consistently coming out ahead on a lot of these rolls, but... France does have a level 6 fort there, and there, and there. He's got a lot of money, doesn't he? Seems like it. We're going to have to start marching on those level 6 forts at some point. Let's grab 2 of the cannons. Siege guy's already there. And again, I don't want to lose this fight, so let's just reinforce again. I don't care. Don't care about the attrition, don't care about anything. I just need to keep on throwing more bodies at the problem. Got a 2-1-4 there. We have more men than they do now. But we still may run out of morale just due to the multipliers that he has on morale. Relief stack of infantry needs to come in. This army's probably ready, assuming we have a general that's available. The only general it's letting me do is the 442, and I don't want to move him because he's kind of up here on his own. He's doing some good work too. And he's working on a level 2 fort. 2 versus a -2, we'll take it. 5 versus a 4 is decent. We rolled a 0 versus a -1. Those are some really dismal rolls, aren't they? And we're losing more than he is when that happens, apparently. Relief infantry on their way. Alright, since this is done, we're going to pull you back. I mean, we'll try to reinforce with that. Have you march for now. It's a battle of morale at the moment. Looks like the relief infantry just arrived, so we don't need to actually reinforce anymore. Let's pull you down. And I want to put this siege guy in charge here so we can go after the capital of the papacy. so we can knock him out of the war. This battle's gonna be worth quite a bit of war score. He is now reinforcing those. So we looks like we do need to reinforce more. Gotta get more morale in there. Yeah, he bumped his morale up. I gotta bump my morale up. He's got another 55,000 troops he's throwing at the problem as well. This fight's never gonna end, is it? Now, you can still sub out some of the armies. But, doing that when they've got Shattered Retreat, I don't want to do it. Also, we don't want to pull out the general. Still, this is a good place for us to fight. I did not actually intend to engage Rome, but he's got no leader. I guess we'll take it. Quite a bit of easy war score, hopefully. 119.4 thousand versus 123,000. Our morale is failing. We already have a -7 chance on the Pope, which is good. This is like the entirety of my army right now, isn't it? They're all in combat. And then we got the 11 and the 8 hanging out down here. You know what? Screw it. Send in the kitchen sink. Throw everything at the problem. We've taken out how many loans? Just one so far. Good. We have positive 13 war score. I have to assume France has had to take a loan, hopefully. He's taken one. Has he merked up yet? France has 80,000 mercenaries with 80,000 troops. They're all mercs. Well, he's got 80 regiments of mercs. That doesn't guarantee that they're all mercs, no, because he can't have merc cav and merc artillery. They're not allowed to do that anymore. He's merked up like crazy. He's pulling out all the stops for this. Still, our front line right now is really strong, fully reinforced regiments. So even though we're very low on morale, we have good frontline troops, and theirs are very weak. They're like 30 to 40% in a lot of places. So let's just hope that we can pull this out. I don't know. We're down to 0.5 morale versus his 0.44. It's pretty close. And now we got nothing but cannons in the front row, and I've got no more infantry to reinforce with. Well, damn. This was going to be worth a lot of war score for us. Now it's going to be worth a lot of war score for him. Fortunately, we do have a retreat path because, I haven't made any mistakes with zone of control again. We can't really control it, so they're going to go wherever they want. But let's get the hell out of there. Catalonia's still here. 4.42 war score. We lost 53,000 infantry, 6,000 cavalry, and 10,000 cannons. It'd be cool if when you hover over this, you could see who lost them. They lost 77,315 infantry. So a total of 90,000, about 95,000 on their side versus 69,000 on our side. It's okay. I can't even see what the war exhaustion is because of the better UI mod. But I'm assuming that it's actually not that bad. That's fine. And we will suffer attrition on our retreat now as well, which is going to hurt. I think we probably just lost a ton of men to that. Are we supposed to be spying on somebody? Yes. Venice. Alright. Well, we got 131,000 manpower, so it's time to reinforce. 81,200 need to reinforce, jeez. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. I'll see you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.